Hi, I'm going to do a short yoga practice for you today. The things that you need are a yoga mat, or you could do it on the carpet in your house. It's nice to have a blanket just for some cushion for your knees or your elbows. You can have a yoga strap, or you can just use a hand towel. If you have yoga blocks, that's great. If you don't, you can do the practice without them. So we're going to get started with some centering. And with our centering, we're just kind of bringing our mind and body into the practice. Now you can see here, my leg doesn't quite bend all the way into a seated position. Recovering from ACL surgery. So just sit in a comfortable position. If you do have a block, or if you want to fold up your blanket, if you have your hips a little bit higher than your knee, that'll help release some pressure on that low back. So you just kind of tilt that pelvis a little bit forward. Put your hands on your thighs with your palms up. Once you're in a comfortable position, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. So as we focus in on the ebb and flow, the inhale and exhale of our breath, we're going to try a practice called Samavriti, which is equal breath. So when you inhale, you're going to inhale for 3 counts and exhale for 3 counts. If you want to move up to 4 counts, inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Breathing in and out through your nose. And one more breath. Go ahead and open your eyes, bringing your hands to your heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra. It's a position with the hands. We're going to inhale, pressing through those hands, lift those arms up. Exhale, open. And one more time, out to the sides, inhale up. And exhale, bringing back to your heart. So we'll warm up by doing some movements with the spine. You're going to bring your right hand down to the side, and you're going to reach up with the left as high as you can. So reaching up toward the ceiling of the sky, and then do a nice lateral bend to your right. And then inhale, switching sides. So bringing that other arm up, your right arm up, reaching up as high as you can, lifting up out of your hips, and side bend to your left. And then bringing those feet out in front of you. If you are sitting them on a block, you can take that out now. And so we're going to do the ancient yoga pose called windshield wiper. Walk your hands back, and your feet are pretty wide apart. And you're just going to allow those knees to draw down to the ground and over to the other side. So inhale, lifting the legs up, exhale to the side. You're going to see my knee right here is not going to be able to go down as far as the other one. So if you feel comfortable in your body, you can bring it all the way down to the floor. It's a nice rotation with the spine, warming up for the hips. One more time on each side. Exhale as you draw the knees down. Inhale as you bring the knees up. We're going to walk now with our hands to all fours position on our mat. And if you have a blanket, you can set that blanket right underneath those knees, make it more comfortable for yourself. Hands are right below the shoulders, knees below the hips. You're going to press through those fingertips. Your gaze is straight down, looking between your fingertips. You have a nice neutral position with your neck. And we'll do some cat-cows. So as you inhale, you're going to prepare. And as you exhale, you're going to press through those hands, rounding out your shoulder blades and drawing your chin towards your chest. Tuck that tailbone under and pull the belly button in. And then when you're ready for that inhale, go ahead and reverse that, pulling the tailbone up. This time, lengthen your spine, and you're going to look straight ahead along the horizon. So think about length in the spine here. Exhale, rounding out once again. Inhale, come forward. Open up the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding out last time. And inhale, forward. Look straight along that horizon. From here, we're going to step our right foot forward, keeping that back knee down. That front knee is going to be straight above the ankle, so it's not pushing past. You're going to plant your left hand down on the inside and gentle twist open. And bringing that hand down, go ahead and shift your weight back. So you're going to shift those hips back, lengthening out that front leg, drawing your chest towards your thighs and your nose towards your knee. Here's well, if you have trouble reaching the mat right here, you might have a couple blocks or some boxes maybe from your pantry that you could utilize to extend your reach. Okay, stepping that foot back now, we're going to switch, bringing our left foot forward into a lunge position, drawing those hips down. We're going to plant our right hand on the inside and gentle twist to the left. Drawing that hand down, shifting your weight back, straightening out that front leg. And walk those hands back and then draw that chest towards your thigh, nose toward the knee. Again, if you're having trouble reaching down, use those blocks to extend your reach. You'll feel that right up the back of the leg, the hamstring. Okay, shifting that weight, go ahead and step that foot back. I'm going to walk those hands forward about 6 inches from your all fours position. Again, pushing that weight into your fingertips. Pull your back toes under. And when you're ready for your next exhalation, you're going to press back into downward facing dog. So as you're doing that, you're pushing your tailbone back and up. Try to lengthen through your spine. You have your ears between your upper arms and you draw those heels down towards your mat. Trying to create an upside down V with your body. Inhale, we're going to come forward into a plank position. Now here in our plank position, this is really challenging for you. If you have wrist issues, you can always draw down to your knees for a modified plank. I'm going to check in with our alignment of our shoulder blades so we're not sagging here or our belly isn't sagging. So we're going to press into those hands, opening up through the shoulder blades, pull that belly button in. I like to do a slight tuck with my tailbone, help engage those abs. Again, we can be in modified plank or full plank. You're going to exhale, lower down. This is a nice slow lower. Elbows are going to stop right at the rib cage. That's going to protect the shoulder joint. Inhale, we're going to come forward, drawing our hips to the mat. We do a little baby cobra. So shoulders move away from the ears. Your gaze is straight forward. Like to push, engage the glutes, push that pubic bone down so you're not hyperextending in your low back. And then exhale, curl those toes under, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale back into plank or modified plank on your knees, your choice. Exhale into low push-up. Remember, stop those elbows right at the rib cage. Inhale, drawing to cobra. Lengthen through your spine, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale back to plank or modified plank. Modified's on those knees. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, from here, we're going to extend out our right leg to the back. Here comes my dog. Sadie. Open up that hip. I'm videotaping right now. And bring your heel towards your bottom. My heel's not going to go quite back as far as it could. Inhale back to that straight leg and go ahead and bring that leg down. And then switching over to the left leg, inhale, bring that leg up. Exhale, bring the heel to the bottom. Inhale, extend. And exhale. Okay, this time inhale, right leg comes up. Instead of opening that hip, just keep the hips square. And then we're going to draw that knee in toward our chest as we move to plank. Now, my knee doesn't bend as much as it could. So my surgery. So go ahead and step that foot forward. Now, I did that in kind of one big step, but you might have to actually pull your foot forward, and that's fine. You want that ankle right underneath the knee. Inhale, we're going to come on up. Takes a little bit of balance. I'm going to check in. That back heel should be lifted. Hips are straight forward. You can bring those arms open like cactus arms right here. And then coming back down, go ahead and step that front foot to meet the back foot. Exhale into downward facing dog. And we'll just switch sides. Left leg comes up now. Those hips are square. Exhale, pulling that knee toward the chest. Here we go. I'm just going to show you what it may look like for you. If you can't quite get that foot through, you might stop right here. Then you can use that hand to pull it forward. Front knee stays above the ankle and draw those hips down. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come on up. This takes a little bit of balance. That back heel's lifted. Front kneecap, same direction as the toes. Expanding through your chest. Opening up into cactus arms. And coming back down. Stepping that front foot to meet the back foot. We're going to go back into plank. Hold this for a couple breaths. Exhale into low push-up. Remember, option to use those knees. Open up to the chest. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Okay, bending the knees. We're going to walk our feet forward toward our hands into Uttanasana, forward fold. Here, if you have a block to extend your reach, that's a great option. You can have soft knees. Shake that head yes and no. Make sure it's just hanging, you're not holding it up. When you're ready for your next inhalation, you're going to bend those knees, draw the hips back, and the first thing you do is lengthen your spine. So a nice neutral position with your spine, bring your hands to your heart, going into our chair position, Utkatasana, and then pressing through those heels as we lift up and coming up into mountain. Okay, here we are in mountain position. So you have your feet connected with the top of your mat, your palms facing forward, chest open, belly button pulled in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bringing those hands together to the heart. You're going to sit back into Utkatasana, chair. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, leading with your heart. You're going to push that tailbone back, open up the heart center, neutral position with your back all the way down. Soft knees. Inhale, you're going to step your right foot back. That back foot's going to go at about a 10, 11 o'clock angle. Inhale, lifting up. Bring those arms up, palms facing in. That front kneecap is the same direction as your second and third toe. As you open up to Virabhadrasana 2, your gaze, your drishti is right above that front fingertip. Again, just check in and make sure that kneecap's straight, the same direction as that second and third toe. Bringing that palm forward on the front. Inhale, we're going to do a reverse warrior. So opening up to the rib cage. And then cartwheeling those arms. As you do that, lift that back heel up. As you bring those hips forward so you can turn, come straight down. Step the front foot to meet the back foot into plank. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, you can hop to your hands or step up. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sitting back into your chair again. Opening up to the chest, shoulders back and down. Pressing through those heels. Exhale, up and out. We'll do on the opposite side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, into chair. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, leading with your heart center in a nice neutral position with that back. Tailbone goes out. Soft knees as you fold. Relax the head. This time, inhale, step your left foot back. Again, placing those toes, a 10, 11 o'clock position. Front knees right above that ankle. Inhale, come up. Warrior 1. Opening up those arms. Warrior 2. Front palm comes up. Inhale, expand through that rib cage. Reverse warrior. And then cartwheeling those arms. As you do that, lift that back heel up so you turn those hips forward. You come on down, stepping back into that nice solid plank position, pressing through the hands, hollowing out that chest. Belly button pulled in. Just a slight tuck of my tailbone. Engage your abdominals. Exhale into downward facing dog, ears between the upper arms. Press that tailbone back and up. Heels come back down towards the mat. Distributing that weight through the fingertips. Bending the knees slightly and then stepping up forward or a hop, forward fold. Inhale, sitting down into chair. Expand through that chest, shoulders back away. And then exhale, pressing up and out. All right, we'll do that one more time on each side. I'm going to add a little bit of a balance work with it. So bringing those hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into chair. Inhale, lift up. This time we're going to bring that right leg up, balancing with that knee, palms forward. And then taking that front leg, you're going to press back as you bring your chest forward. We're going into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Balance work, only go down as far as it feels comfortable. And then stepping to meet the other foot, bring those arms up. Exhale, fold, leading with that heart center, nice neutral position with that back as long as you can keep it. Soft knees. Inhale, step back with that right foot, Warrior 1. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel, lifting that back heel up. Squaring out the hips, coming all the way down, stepping back into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, stepping up forward or hop, forward fold. Inhale, sitting back into that chair once again. Exhale, pressing through the heels, up and out. Same sequence on the opposite side. Start with our hands together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bringing that left leg up now. Hands come into cactus arms. And then pressing that foot back as you open up through the chest. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Inhale as you step, meeting that other foot, arms up. Exhale, fold, leading with that heart center, pushing that tailbone back, nice flat back. And soft, bend the knees. Inhale, step back with that left foot, warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms come up, that front kneecap, same direction to the second and third toe. Back foot's at 10 or 11 o'clock. Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those arms. Make sure you lift that back heel up as you turn those hips forward. Step back into plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees slightly. Step forward into forward fold. Inhale, sitting back into chair. Exhale, pressing up and out. All right, we'll go ahead and make our way back onto our mat. I like to do a little bit of core strengthening work before we cool down and move to Shavasana. Okay, so we're back down on our mat. We're going to do some core strengthening before we cool down and move to our Shavasana. So pull those legs up to a tabletop position. Bring the hands behind your head. And you're just going to exhale, lifting those shoulder blades up off the mat and come back down. Exhaling as you lift up, inhale as you come back. Keeping those heels lifted. Sometimes they'll want to sneak down, so keep them lifted up. All right, so now we're going to put the soles of the feet together as the knees come open, so your legs are more in a butterfly position. Hands come together, you're going to reach through for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, and then you pull those arms back as you squeeze those knees together. The arms can stop right above the ears. Then reach through once again. 1, 2, 3, squeeze those knees together, pull back. I'm going to give you an option here to make this a little bit more challenging if you want. When you pull back, you can extend out those legs more in a pike position and then bring the knees in. So option for you can either leave the legs bent and together, or when you pull back, you can extend those legs out. 1, 2, 3. Pull back. 1, 2, 3. Couple more. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. From here, go ahead and bring those knees into your chest. Give that lower back a little bit of release. Next one we're going to do, I call this, well, it looks like a snow angel, but I call it a snow devil. It's a little challenging, even though it looks pretty easy. You're going to bring those legs out to a V shape, and the arms are in a T. So it looks like you're ready to do some snow angels. You're going to take your left arm and right leg, and you're going to lift up. So I'm going to actually sit up with this. I'm on my forearm. I'm going to bend this knee and touch the inside of my leg. Then I'm going to go on back to that snow angel position, and I'm going to switch over to the opposite side. So the left leg comes up, right arm, touch on the inside. Remember to sit up so you're up on your forearm. So keep doing that right and left. Lie back. Exhale, come up. Inhale, lean back. I'm going to give you an option to make this harder. I know that's what you were thinking. How can I make this harder? Instead of bringing the leg up bent, you can bring it up straight. So you, whoa, a little misfire there. All the way up. And come down. And switch. Up. And come down. So like in this one, instead of coming up to your forearm, you can come all the way up to your hand here. So you're sitting up into a V shape. And come back down. So either one works. You can do it with this bent arm, bent leg. That's the less intense version. Or you can come all the way up. So choose your own adventure there. We'll do a couple more on each side. All right, and we did a lot of the rectus abdominis there, a little bit of the obliques. We'll finish off with some bicycle, and then we'll roll over so we can do some exercises for our back. All right, for the bicycle, bring those legs up, hands behind the head. You're going to bring the right knee in as you cross the left. Now I'm doing this with bent legs and I'm keeping my legs bent. That's a less intense version. You can also extend out the opposite leg, and the lower that extended leg goes, the harder it's going to feel. So you could bring it all the way down to your mat, or you can just extend it up to the corner. So either way is fine. It's the bicycle. It's an oldie but goodie. It's very effective. So you can leave the legs bent. You can straighten them all the way down. Your choice. Let's try 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, knees in. Release that back. Great job. Okay, let's roll over onto our abs. We'll do a little stretch for the abs. This is called Sphinx pose. So bring those elbows down right below the shoulders. Expand through the chest and the belly and just look straight ahead along the horizon. Shoulders away from the ears. Hoping you're feeling that right now, because I am. Okay, let's lift up into all fours. Now, yesterday I tried to do this and my balance was really bad due to my knee. So we'll see how I do here. This is a spinal balance, so working your back muscles, also your core muscles. You got your glutes involved. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So let's try with our right arm, left leg first. You're going to extend out, right arm, left leg. Your hip will be even with the other hip. So it's really common to open that hip up too much. So just draw it down, pull that belly button in, press into that standing hand. We're just going to hold this. Our gaze is straight down, neutral position with the neck. Take a couple breaths. And bring it down. And we'll switch to the opposite side. So left arm, right leg. Inhale, extend. Make sure you check in with that right hip. It's matching the left hip. Your gaze is straight down. Press through that standing hand so you're not sagging in that shoulder. Belly buttons in. Squeeze those muscles. You're reaching to the opposite ends, like someone's pulling on your fingers and toes instead of going up and arching that back. So pull that belly button in, nice neutral position. One more breath. And coming down. And now we're just going to alternate. So right arm, left leg, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Then left arm, right leg, inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Switch. We'll do 2 more sets. Right arm, left leg, inhale, lift. Remember, we're reaching out instead of up. Nice neutral position with that spine. And then 1 more set. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale down. Left arm, right leg. And come down. All right. Now let's push back into child's pose. I like to do it with wide legs, so bring those knees out, your toes still touch behind, and then you're going to push those hips back to your heels. Now my right knee doesn't bend that way, so I'm going to just stick it out to the side here, and you're going to draw back into that child's pose. All right, coming back up, we're going to move on to our back for our final cool down and Shavasana. Okay. All right. Okay, for the cool down in Shavasana, you will need a yoga strap, or you can use a hand towel from your kitchen or your bathroom. So we're going to go ahead and come on down to our back. Just leave those to the side for now. If you do have a blanket underneath your back, that's really nice. Feel a little more comfortable. We're going to do a figure 4 or reclined pigeon stretch first for the gluteals, the piriformis, real deep, small muscle in the glute. Going to take your left leg, cross the ankle to the right thigh, and pull that thigh in. You can grab from the back of your thigh. You can lift your shoulder blades up, or you can stay back. And then once you're here, if you want to try flexing both of your feet and see if that changes the stretch a little bit. It's a nice stretch for the glutes. And then bringing that leg down, we're going to switch to the opposite side. This one's my challenging knee here, so I might not be able to go in that far. You're going to reach behind that leg and pull in as much as it feels comfortable. So again, flexing those feet, it kind of changes the stretch a little bit. And then from here, we're going to move into Happy Baby. So in Happy Baby, you can bring those knees into your chest and you can grab hold of either the inside or the outside of your feet, or you can take your first 2 fingers and put it between your big toe and your second toe. And you're going to point those heels up toward the ceiling and open those legs up really wide. Knees are wide, pulling your legs down so your thighs are down towards your body. Heels pointed to the ceiling. You can rock side to side with this if you want. And then bringing those knees back in and down one at a time. You're going to set those heels right below the knees. Bring the hands down by the side with the palms right by your body on your mat. You're going to lift those hips up toward the sky, to the ceiling, and pull that belly button in. Do a slight tuck of my tailbone, energy through the heels, and then try to relax your jaw and your neck and your shoulders. Sometimes those tend to tighten up here. We'll just hold this for a few breaths. This is the bridge position. And then drawing those hips back down. Go ahead and grab your strap now or your towel. I'll show you with the towel first and then I'll move to the strap. So we'll start with our left leg. So keep your right leg bent for now. And you're going to draw the your left knee into your chest. And then as you straighten your leg out, you're going to sort of lasso that arch of your foot around with your towel or your strap. You're going to point that heel to the ceiling and try to lengthen out that leg as straight as it feels comfortable, pulling your toes back towards you. Now, if this feels pretty tight right through here, that's your hamstring. That's a really tight spot for a lot of people. You might want to keep this leg bent. It feels pretty good right now. You can lengthen out that opposite leg and ground. Push that thigh down into the ground to really feel that opening into the hamstring. You might also feel it right through here in your hip flexor. Let's release that foot there. Go ahead and bring it down to match the other leg. If you have that leg bent, you can straighten it out now. Bring the arms above the head, opening up to the rib cage. Open the fingers, open the toes. Okay, let's switch to the opposite side. So now our left leg will be bent with the foot on the mat, and the right knee comes into the chest. And keep in mind, this is my knee that's recovering from ACL surgery, so it's not going to bend all the way quite yet, but I'm going to get there. And then using your strap or your towel, you can put it around the arch of your foot. You're going to extend that heel up to the ceiling, straightening out that leg, pulling your toes back. You're just going to pull it in as much as it feels comfortable. You can even change your grip and come up a little bit closer to that foot. And then if this feels pretty comfortable to you, go ahead and lengthen out that opposite leg. Breathe. This one's super tight on me because of my injury. So in yoga, I heard this from a long time ago, and I wish I could give the person credit. Your body should talk to you, not yell at you. So I'm feeling this. It's talking. But you don't want to go to the point where it's yelling at you. It's so painful. All right, one more breath. Let's release that foot down. And we'll do a nice little spinal twist before we leave. So bring that left knee back in towards your chest and rotate that ankle around a few times in each direction. Then you're going to take that bent knee over the straight leg into a gentle spinal twist. As you do that, the opposite arm, so this arm is on the leg, the opposite arm is straight out into a T position. You can keep those shoulders connected, and you might have that knee kind of hanging up. You do have a size of like a Wheat Thins box. Your snacks, keep those close to you. You can rest your leg on that. Okay, coming back to center and switch sides. So bring your right knee to your chest. Rotate that ankle around a few times in each direction. And when you're ready for your exhalation, go ahead and cross that knee over the straight leg, using your block if you'd like. You can take that hand on the top of the leg and extend out the opposite one in a T position. One more deep breath. Rolling back to center, we're going to move to our Shavasana now. So Shavasana is corpse pose. Your legs can be out and just kind of let those feet fall open to the side. You're going to see my right foot kind of sticking up. It's a little bit more challenging for me to do. Your palms can be up to your side, or if you prefer, I like to put them on my belly or my chest. So that's an option. You can put a blanket on top of you, or a sweatshirt or socks if you're cold. As we take a deep breath, bringing ourselves into Shavasana. It's our meditation practice. Yoga was created to prepare for meditation. So all accumulates to this point right here. So as you're there, see if you can, if you find that, and I do this a lot, my facial muscles kind of tense up, so smooth over your brow, release your jaw, draw those shoulders away from your ears, and open up through the shoulder blades. See if you're holding on with those leg muscles. See if you can allow those to relax a little bit more. And bring your focus in toward the ebb and flow of your breath, the rise and fall of your belly. And one strategy for meditation is just counting our breath. So I like to count down from 10 to 1 with my breath. So the inhale, exhale is 10. Inhale, exhale, 9. All the way down to 1. If you find your thoughts kind of coming back in, or your mind starting to wander, just go back to your count. And if you don't know what count you're on, just start back at 10. Just a way to focus our mind. Keep it from that unconscious chatter.
As you make your way back down to that one final breath, just kind of check in with how you're feeling right now. Do you feel more relaxed, more calm than when you started your practice? The great thing about meditation is you don't have to sit in lotus position to do it. You can do it while you're chopping vegetables, when you're folding laundry, when you're on hold on the phone. All you have to do is just bring your awareness to your breath. Even if it's for 1 breath, for 2 breaths, 5 breaths, 10 breaths, it doesn't matter. You just bring yourself back to the present moment. And that's all meditation is. When you're ready, go ahead and roll to your side. Either side's fine, whatever feels good to you. Bend those knees. And come on up to a seated position. And we'll close our practice out with a namaste. Bringing the hands to the heart center and then up to your forehead. And then we say namaste. Namaste. All right, I hope you enjoyed that practice and you feel good right now. Thanks for joining me.